Hi there. Okay, so 1 week has passed and let's look at what the latest Chainlink chart is telling us. So we're like at the weekly view as usual. After 6 consecutive weeks of like price dropping, we eventually see a little bit of rebound. These are kind of expected under the Wyckoff pattern or method. So if we take reference from here or even the nearer in August 2024, we see after the automatic rally, that's the stage after the selling climax, it came down and then it returned, like bounce up again. This one was much shorter, so we can take a longer one and see what happens. So selling climax, automatic rally, come down for another test, and then gone up again, and then more tests follows. So currently, selling climax, automatic rally. You know the term already, right? Because I already touched on it. So you can call it second test for the first one, and then subsequent you can just call them tests instead of like third test, fourth test. So that no need to overcomplicate things, right? So that's where we are now in terms of Wyckoff. In terms of the key support and resistance levels, I've covered it a lot of times already, and basically we're still within that range. So those levels hasn't changed. So the blue one over here at around $10.20 or like $10.30 is a like very key support level right before the next one, the green one at 4.8. That was the spring stage, and then eventually that very low point from the long-term playground zone was like $1.88 roughly. So those are the support levels, and then resistance. Well, obviously there's one more support level now, this second yellow line, or the lowest yellow line over here at around $12.40, because the current price has already shot above it. So that would eventually become a slight support level, probably not very strong. So it kind of hold the price, or kind of supported the price for early, or the first half of this month, for 2 weeks before it eventually got broken by this drop last week. So currently these are the support level, and then resistance levels. Obviously the first one is this yellow line at around $14.90, or roughly around that range, and then eventually went up to 16 is the next resistance level. That's where the like buying climax and upthrust was about in 2023. This round, that's basically where the first drop from the automatic rally stopped. So that's why we have these over here. Also obviously because this white line goes even longer back in history. So these are two key resistance levels at 14.8 roughly and around $16. And in terms of daily, let's take a quick look. So we talked about this downward trend, right? Currently, yesterday it closed right inside the box. It hasn't gone outside the box, but as of today, the candle is outside of the box, and the volume seems to be quite high as well compared to like if we take an average of the past 6 days. Obviously today's candle is one of the highest, and then over here, don't be carried away, because look at what happened here just exactly 2 weeks ago. something similar happened that seemed to broke outside this downward trend, as well as this resistance line, this yellow one at around $14.90 I mentioned earlier. However, in just 2 days time, see this, right? It immediately returned to this downward trend and continued for another 9 to 10 days. So this time, be really careful. Same things seems to be happening. Quite a bit of volume over here as well. So it looks like similar things is happening. So be really careful. Like if you're really trying to catch this bounce upward, remember to keep pushing your stop loss. So on one hand, you can maximize the profit if it really goes beyond this yellow resistance line. Then when you keep pushing your stop loss, you can maximize your profit, as well as if it really falls like this for like 2 crazy days and then eventually 2 like less wild days, you still have your stop loss here to guard you from like taking a loss. So you may take less of a profit, but at least your capital is protected. So that's all for Chainlink for now. I'll move on to